Dr. Nick from Essential Oil Wizardry will be guiding us through all these oils here. And if you guys have some oils at home, you're welcome to use them. If you don't, you can actually find the list of oils that we're using in the link in our bio. Go to Essential Oil series. You can actually find the ones that we'll be using today. And you can also order them for yourself if you'd like. So with that, shall we get started?
So this is part 3. And today we're going to be talking about pain, maybe a little performance and inflammation.
Well, I'm so delighted to be participating in this. It's been such a fun treat to co-create this 6-part series with you all.
It's been fabulous.
It's been
super fun. I look forward to it.
I was so high after the last one. It was great.
Yeah, it was fun.
You know, I think everyone has a different interpretation of high. And so I'm curious about what your feelings were in your body and your mind, Jason, after the last one.
I had an increased sense of awareness in my body. So I was very grounded and high as in, it felt like I'd taken psilocybin, where my perception had increased, but I was more focused. I think that was the Father's love that really brought that focus in. So it was a good combination of being grounded in my body, etherical, and then focused. Yeah.
And then one of them, I think it was the love potion, did that make you feel really?
No, that was Evolve.
Oh, Evolve.
Evolve, no, Evolve brought out the emotions, but the
Violet chill.
Moon cycle.
put me
Moon cycle,
very into the
that's
chair.
right.
That took us right into the chair. I was like, afterwards, I'm like, get me anything to get out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the one to close down the shop, right?
Yeah, I was
Party's over.
why, the dramatic difference between her taking moon cycle oil and using it on us. I mean, she's all bubbly and we're like literally on the couch, can't even move. And it's that tiredness, that's hard to get rid of. It's like the one when you're nodding off in school and you can't wake up. It's that one. That's what I felt.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like moon cycle is great for rest and sleep and slowing down an overactive mind. And we really saw that in real time with the two of you men.
Oh, man. Yeah, totally. Okay, so what do we got today? Which one would you like to start with?
Yeah, so great question. Let's go ahead and get started with circulatory flow. So circulatory flow is a cooling essential oil blend, and it's a combination of CO2 extracted frankincense, juniper berries, sweet marjoram, and CO2 extracted myrrh. And this one is very cooling and refreshing. It's helpful and supportive for detoxification and stimulates the lymph system and the kidneys. How would you guys love to play with this one?
That's cool.
I can really smell the juniper.
Yeah, let's try it together.
Okay. Wow.
I love juniper.
The smell is really good. Yeah.
Yeah, the smell is it's hitting me like right up in my traps in the back and inside my shoulder blades. Calming me down too.
This one makes my hands tingle.
Oh.
I find my hands tingle a lot with this one.
Yeah,
Cool.
Whoa.
I also get, it feels like almost like a warming sensation wherever I put it.
It's warm.
Like the other day, my hands and feet were cold, so I rubbed it on them and they started to warm up a bit.
So what does the juniper do?
So juniper is it's a tonic herb, and it stimulates both the lymph system and the kidneys. It's antibacterial, and it really blends with the other plants in this mixture. The sweet marjoram is kind of relaxing, and the frankincense and myrrh help to reduce inflammation, and myrrh is helpful for increasing cellular turnover. And so the combination of those, how I'll usually work with circulatory flow is I'll take a few drops into my hands and I'll massage them over the kidney region.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that with a kidney reset.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And also around the different lymph in the body. I like to combine this one and Renew, which we'll talk about a little bit later, with my infrared sauna practice.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We're also saying that our kidney release.
Mhm.
You want to try it there with us, Nick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Take your
That'd be
left hand.
amazing.
This
Yeah,
is
take
when
your
the
left hand,
organ
put it
reset.
behind.
Left hand?
Yeah, behind your
Okay.
neck.
Yep.
Take your right hand, put it around
Uh-huh.
the bra line or the kidney line right there,
Mhm.
and then push down on the skin a little bit, pushing down, and then fold over to your left a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna breathe 6 times into the kidney. Breathe in. 2,
Mm.
3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, you got an extra buzz out of there. Oof.
Head rush.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I got a head rush and a buzz out of there.
Oh,
Oh, that's great. How do you feel?
that's nice. I feel energy shooting up my legs and up through my core and into my chest. And I also feel like my mind is a little bit more connected.
Mm.
Right
Yeah,
on.
that resonates.
Yeah, I feel clear-headed. We got to do this. I
Gotta do it.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping us on
Happy
track,
fun.
guys.
Okay, right hand on your trap, left hand on your rib cage, almost at the nipple line. Just grab it from front to back. Give it a bit of a squeeze. Pull the skin down, and then we're gonna lean to the right. Breathe in deep into the kidney through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose. 2, 3.
Whoa. Holy smokes.
Wow.
Happy
I'm
kidneys.
feeling super,
Mhm.
like, first of all, lots of vibration in my hands doing it with the circulatory flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I feel the buzz too. It seems like maybe frankincense, I think, is a little buzzy energetically.
It's definitely triggering something in the either the fascia or the aura, because I feel like full electrical pulses on my body when I touch that.
Really energizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, really energizing. So that maneuver is actually refiring the electronics components of the organs. The organs often get dysregulated because of Wi-Fi, chemical intrusion, pollution, sometimes compression on one because I lay on one side. So that just fires it back up, and so it seems to be that the oils are magnifying that intensity.
So Nick, who would you give that one to? Like, what is something they would say and you, boom, this is the oil for them?
Yeah, I feel like for people that are doing exercise and athletes, I think this is great for supporting with detoxification. I think it's helpful for enhancing circulation, just to get their body at a higher state performance and rhythm. This one is also great for people that travel a lot on airplanes. We have a lot of testimonies of people who over long flights get a lot of leg edema, and you can massage it into the bottom of the legs and up the legs, and it really helps reduce the swelling and the edema on travel. Also in elderly people that get edema as well. This can help with the accumulation of water in their legs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Interesting.
So that's circulatory flow.
You really
That is
feel it on
circulatory
the,
flow.
yeah, you really feel it when you put it on the body. You really feel you just let it, just put it on lightly, and then you can really feel it running down the calf. It's like drawing blood to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I find also at cold extremities, like hands and feet. Guys, if you get that, just rub it on. Did you say it was for Aquariuses? Yeah, this specific oil is for Aquariuses because they have trouble with the lymphatic system and flow. So if you guys want to try that out, let us know how it feels.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love
Okay.
that one.
What's next?
You know where we could go next is Renew. So circulatory flow, it does increase the circulation, which is the enhanced heat and tingling which you guys are experiencing. However, the ingredients are a little bit cooling. And so we have another formulation that is almost like a warmer version of the circulatory flow. And that one is called Renew. And so these are hotter types of ingredients. It includes cypress leaf, CO2 extracted galbanum, grapefruit, helichrysum. It also has juniper berries, rosehip seed, and xanthoxylatum.
Oh,
Now,
beautiful.
this Renew, I find in terms of its application, I've noticed very similar types of qualities. I don't have any personal experience, and I haven't been told about it being helpful for edema in the same way as circulatory flow. But what I notice with Renew is it's very warming for the body. And so let's say you wanted to increase circulation during the winter, or your body runs cool and you want to increase the amount of heat. I like to use Renew as my go-to. Also, Renew has some really powerful anti-inflammatory ingredients, such as helichrysum. And so for this one, I find that it's really helpful for injuries and regeneration in a way that circulatory flow is not. So I think the two are very complementary.
You can definitely feel a difference. It's it is. It's more like a circulatory flow. Seems like literally it was bringing it to the surface. This seems like it's grounding. It seems like it goes deep.
Yeah, that's a good way of describing it.
It is very citrus.
One's more energetic, one's more right to the bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that we see it is we see the fascia in layers, and each layer is attributed in the way our system is to an organ. So that means that this would be good around the bladder, the liver, and the large intestine, because those are the ones that are the closest to the bone.
Oh, it's very
from a fascia perspective.
It's very cozy.
Ooh.
Yeah. I guess if I was in like -12, like we were this morning, it's like it's sunny out in Vancouver right now. It's like -12. It's crazy.
Wow.
So so I would actually recommend. I just did it now and put it on because the ones that are closest to the bone are the bladder meridian. So put it on a little bit on the bladder, a little bit on the liver, and a little bit on large intestine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I had cold feet just before this, and they start to warm up. Yeah.
Cool.
Love that. That's
And you can really feel it as soon as you do that. It's almost like it connects it.
I love that fragrance, and that's just beautiful.
It is. Yeah, it's kind of hot and peppery. It almost reminds me of something like a citrusy turmeric.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, it's perfect.
So Nick, if somebody came up to you and said something, and what would they have to say for you to be like, this is the oil for them?
Yeah. If someone was looking to support their detoxification protocols and was someone that was maybe lighter, or they ran a little bit on the cooler side, Renew would be my suggestion. Also, if someone suffers from a lot of inflammation, this really can be used with massage, and you can massage it deeper into the body, into the tissue, just to break up some of that inflammation and help the circulation.
Oh,
Wow.
that sounds perfect.
Yeah, that one actually, it's interesting because I feel inner circulation, if that's the best way to describe it. It's where the other ones definitely feels like it's more topical, bringing it to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels very.
I relate
Did you change
with that.
when you rubbed it on your bladder, your liver, and your large intestine? Did you feel a change?
What I noticed is when I started massaging it, my lower abdomen and around the different places, I felt more circulation around my GI tract in general. It kind of felt like my stomach and digestion is getting kicked on.
So that would be one of the ones that we want to recommend for somebody for autoimmune, because we want to bring blood and circulation, especially there when they're doing their cleansing, because it needs movement.
Yeah.
I also feel like as an athlete, This is something I would put on before I played. It feels like it's warming up the body in a different way. Yeah, I feel like it would be something good to add before your workout or before you perform.
Cool. Would you do that before stretching or after?
Before. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you prep the body before I even get to the field. Yeah, super quick thing to do. I would do it probably 20 minutes before I even get onto the field. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
That'd be fun to try.
Yeah. What's next?
Well, why don't we rock out with our digestive formula, since we were just talking about the stomach?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, Digestif is a really powerful formulation for people that have any upset stomach, bloating, food poisoning. This has been a savior in my life while I'm traveling internationally, and also when I eat something that doesn't agree with my system. This really helps to taper some of the bad effects and help me get to my baseline a lot quicker. So I have two different formulations or types of Digestif. I have the tincture formulation and the oil formulation. And they both work similarly and are synergistic as well. Do you guys have the oil?
Yes, we have the oil. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we could start with the oil. The oil, what I'll do is I'll apply it in a carrier oil because this is a pure essential oil. And what I've done for myself is I'll take a little bit of water or a little bit of oil. Sometimes if I'm traveling and I don't have access to water readily, I'll just put a little bit of spit on my hand and I'll add a few drops of the Digestif, and then I'll massage it into my stomach, into my abdomen. And
we have some water.
Okay.
Water.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So Digestif is a combination of peppermint, ginger, CO2 extracted star anise, fennel, caraway, and mace.
Oh, caraway.
So
You say mace?
I did. Yeah. So mace is the outer layer of the nutmeg seed.
Wow, that smells nice.
Yeah, it's very warming and spicy, the mace, and very similar in qualities, flavor, and aroma compared to the nutmeg. And you were talking about heating up the body a little bit earlier, Jason, and nutmeg and mace essential oils, they're phenomenal for heating up the core body temperature. Sometimes I'll apply it on my body right before I go to a dance.
Oh.
Yeah, this one's really pleasant to breathe in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. So you can apply Digestif oil into your diffuser if you're wanting to support the immune system, or if you're feeling a little bit off in your stomach, you can put it into the diffuser. You can also massage it into your abdomen, as we were just talking about. So if I get food poisoning, what I'll do is I'll use it a little bit more acutely and a little bit more strongly. So when I've traveled internationally, I've taken a few drops and put it into my water bottle and drink a little bit. And usually within about 2 to 6 hours, I can turn around food poisoning if I get it really early. Kind of the key is to use Digestif as soon as you know that you've eaten something that your stomach and your body aren't agreeing with. And this literally can save you days of suffering. It has in my life.
Would this be something you could use for morning sickness? If you were
so I think some of these ingredients, including star anise, may be contraindicated in pregnancy.
Good to know.
Yep. Great question. Thanks for asking.
That's wonderful.
So I've used it over the years, especially when I'm moving around the clinic a lot. I would tend to get bloated, and I didn't have any time to take care of it. I would just take a little bit of this, rub it on, and usually within about 5 minutes, it's burps or farts.
That's powerful.
Yeah, I love this
Yeah.
one.
Now, I also have a tincture formulation of the Digestif, and what I like to do is just take a single drop of the Digestif tincture. That is a way of minimizing the essential oil ingestion that a person is taking, but it's also getting it into the body systemically, going through the GI tract, and orally. Working with Digestif is a really quick and effective way to work with this blend formulation. So the tincture can be a lighter version rather than working with the pure essential oil.
Oh,
So
perfect.
Nick, why would someone want to limit their intake of essential oils?
Yeah, so essential oils are really powerful. In most cases, they're broken down and metabolized from the liver, and people's livers are really affected by all the toxins that are in the body, constantly clearing things out. And so I like to take the middle path. And what I mean by that is I do work with ingesting essential oils, during acute times or phases in which it might be more necessary. And also I like to give my body an opportunity to rest from them. So I like to be more mindful these days about what I'm putting into my body and when and why, rather than just taking something every day. However, if there's a short-term concern, this is the reason why I like to use the tinctures, is because in every drop of tincture, you're getting somewhere between about 2 to 5 milligrams of essential oil, whereas from these bottles, typically a drop depends upon what it is, but you're looking at about 35 to 50 milligrams. And so you're getting a fraction of it, and it's also infused into organic alcohol. So it's already infused into a solvent, and it's easier for the body to take in. So, a pure essential oil has so much information and is so potent that there's an initial shock to the system when you're ingesting it before the body recognizes what to do with it and recognizes that it's a medicine where the body can, this is oregano, send it here, send it here, send it here to fight off an infection kind of thing. So the tincture really helps to make it a little bit more direct and easy on the body to integrate, in my opinion.
Right. So how would I know if I was taking too much? Would my body show any signs?
I think if you're listening to your body and attuned with it, you might feel a little bit heavier or a little bit like deeper lack of awareness of your physical body. My thought is that if you're taking it every day and you're not noticing any additional effects, or your body feels a little heavy, or you're getting maybe pain around your lower back or kidneys or liver region, then I would kick it back a notch or discontinue oral use.
Okay, cool.
Good to know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's actually a really good question, because it's over the years having the oils around, we take a lot of them orally. But I think I just now stick with like just a pure peppermint because that kind of gets the same job done normally, and it's also a breath mint too, right? So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like using our super immune boost. You could experiment with that for the as a substitute for the pure peppermint. Great breath freshener, wonderful immune stimulation.
I love that one.
Oh, it tastes so good.
I love that.
Yeah.
All the other immune stuff that I've ever taken in my life.
That's so good.
Has a good flavor.
Yeah.
That's really
That one's peppermint, oregano, cinnamon, clove, and eucalyptus.
That's the
It's the
cinnamon.
cinnamon, yeah, literally.
It's the cinnamon.
Cool.
I love cinnamon. That's fabulous. That's awesome. Super immune boost. That's one of my favorites.
Wow, that one really lit me up.
That's a fun one for a future conversation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wait.
We have a workshop on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll come up later.
So
Yeah.
what do we got next?
So I think we should cover PRI, also known as pain relief ice. And PRI is a really powerful essential oil blend, and it's a combination of 12 different essential oils. This one was designed with the intention of helping to reduce inflammation, support pain, and enhance recovery in terms of localized injury. And so pain relief ice is a combination of peppermint, lavender, helichrysum, CO2 extracted pink pepper, black pepper, wintergreen, turmeric, red spikenard, niauli, and German chamomile and frankincense.
Oh, it's got
And
in it. Wow.
it is. It's a really powerful formulation.
What
And
is this
if you
spikenard?
want to, if anyone has any pain in their body or areas where they're tight, my suggestion would be to take a few drops into your hands. Notice a beautiful blue color.
Well, no.
Isn't that
What makes
amazing?
it blue?
So
Oh.
blue, German chamomile is blue. Turmeric is gold. Red spikenard is red, sometimes green, depending on the batch. And wintergreen is red as well. And so usually this color ranges somewhere between green and blue.
Mm.
Mhm.
So anywhere where you're tight or sore, let's apply it onto the body. A nice thin coat. This formula is absolutely magic. And I used to use this when I would receive any minor to moderate injury, and or I'll apply it on my body after a long night of dancing, and it really helps the body to recover.
What is,
Yeah,
oh, good.
No, I can feel it. I mean, it reminds me of like almost like a tiger balm or something like that.
Rub 8535 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a different sensation. I found those ones a little bit extreme.
Yes.
Like a little bit too much for me. This is more subtle, but I can feel the effects of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
and
Oh,
it's
I
like
love
it's bringing blood flow, and since we're awake, the blood flow just surging through. I can feel it.
Mhm.
Wait about 5 to 10 minutes. That's when I find that it really starts kicking in. Like I'm starting to feel it a little bit deeper after my application right now. And this one really helps to relax the physical body. And when I'm noticing levels of pain, it really is quite soothing.
Oh man, it's like kind of like tiger balm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh man, that's nice.
What I think is nice about this formulation is there's also ingredients such as helichrysum, which are helpful for the recovery process. So things like tiger balm really are helpful and wonderful, and they feel great, but they don't support reducing inflammation and helping the body to recover in quite the same way that this formulation does.
Made me very calm.
Yeah.
What's the spike part? What was that?
Yeah,
again?
spikenard. Spikenard is a root. It was even spoken about in the Bible. Spikenard is very calming and relaxing to the nervous system, and it's helpful for soothing the nerves.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That feels so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick,
That one's awesome.
Nick, I absolutely love you for how much research you have done into putting these together. Because I always look at herbs, I'm like, okay, this is what that does, but you just put it into a blend, which I like because I can never remember. There's just too many and they all do different things, but yeah. So what does that process even look like? I know you did pharmacology, but how did you really, is it the connections you had and conversations you had with people? Is it your own research? How did you actually come up with these?
Yeah, so a lot of my earlier formulations were designed a little bit more on the technical side using my mind. And so I would research what types of plants carried which types of constituents and terpenes. And based on the pharmacology of how these worked in the body, I would intuit different blends or the type of effect that I wanted to generate. And then I would group it with a certain number of plants. So if I knew all of these plants were supportive analgesics, for instance, I might group them in this category. If I wanted to also have a relaxing effect, I might add in these types of plants. And so I used a lot more of my mind in my earlier formulations. As I've continued to grow and evolve personally, I've found that lots of my formulations are a lot more intuitive for me to formulate. So Circulatory Flow was one of my earlier formulas, and Renew was one of my later formulas. And what's interesting is when I'm blending and using my intuition, if I use my mind, I can usually reverse engineer why all the ingredients are in there, and it makes total sense, as if my mind created it.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do we got?
We have one.
Okay,
Ease-Olution.
so I believe our last formulation is well, we have Ease-Olution. Yes, so let's go ahead and cover Ease-Olution. Now, Ease-Olution is also blue, and this is a really nice formulation, both for inflammation and pain, but also helpful for calming the nervous system. And so what I'm going to have you all do is let's apply some Ease-Olution onto the bottom of our feet.
Okay.
Okay.
So like 2 or 3 drops.
I would say 2 to 3 drops is perfect.
We're so extreme.
We do everything right.
We've used like half your bottles already. It's works. We've been using them every day.
It is a very pretty blue.
Wow.
Like it's really a pretty blue.
Pretty blue, yeah.
So Ease-Olution is a combination of amyris, hedychium, lavandin, black pepper, ply, blue tansy, and ylang ylang extra.
Ooh.
I love saying that one. Long.
Long. Got me a long time.
Yeah.
Whoa. That is insane.
Perfect.
Yeah, on the bottom of the
It's starting to be
feet.
very clear-headed.
Yeah,
With
all
the
of a
accumulation of them, I don't know. I can't pinpoint which one, but it's just each time I'm stepping into a more clear mind. Uh-oh, you triggered it, Nick.
Oh, geez.
She's
Now,
hanging out.
Yeah, that's so fun.
with Ease-Olution, I noticed that there's a mild level of euphoria and
Yes.
relaxation.
Yes, absolutely euphoria.
So this one is almost a one that's helpful and supportive for the physical body, but also calms the nervous system. It also is helpful for the emotional center.
Yeah.
So this is a really great formulation when the pain might also be tied in around stress or emotion.
Oh, it's funny because I put enough on my body, but I want to take more. Like my body's asking, like, take more of it.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Try applying it somewhere locally. Tune into your intuition right now, Jason, and apply it some into your body.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Okay.
That actually, whoa. As soon as I did that, it just like literally dropped noise out of my head.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Literally quiet and echoey.
I'm finding my body is very loose right now. Yeah, I had a little bit of tightness, even though we just did a class right between my shoulder blades. Wow, it's so quiet.
Yeah, it's like
So quiet.
it's like the
scary
place-
quiet in my head.
It's like the place.
Like I was a blank.
Is that from that?
Yes.
No way. Seriously?
It
So anyways, because I applied it on my feet before, I felt it. I thought that's kind of neat. But when I touched my organ, I put it right on my liver. and just like everything shut down.
So this one says dream to reality on the bottle. Why did you decide to do that?
So Ease-Olution was a formulation that I co-created with Alicia Mai during the time that we were moving from San Luis Obispo to Ashland, Oregon. And so the dream to reality was people who contributed to our crowdfunding campaign during that time received a free bottle of Ease-Olution.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, could you repeat it one more time? That one was for people who have physical distress from stress or emotions. Is that right?
Yes, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, helpful for pain, inflammation, and it's also very calming and slightly euphoric. And so people who have lower mood and or some emotional stuff that's stuck, that's connected to their pain, Ease-Olution can be a powerful ally.
Feels similar to like a CBD oil, but without what's that hybrid one we have? It's the raindrops.
Yeah.
It's got I don't know the blend, but anyways, it feels similar, but without the munchies.
Yeah.
Without the munchies. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
It feels similar to like a THC oil.
Yeah, THC oil. Sorry, that's what yeah. It's the THC hybrid.
Yeah.
Indica and sativa in it.
Yeah. It actually feels much like that. I actually feel like I just did some THC.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was mostly it's obviously it's the whole lead up because we're dealing with circulation and then we're pulling it right through. And then this is just the end capping, which is the Ease-Olution. Definitely want to have that around.
So Nick, you have like some of these have 40 different plants in them. How do you balance that off? And how do you measure that? Like what's your process? Because these smell really good, but I just don't know how you could put 40 things in a bottle and have it smell good.
Yeah.
That's where the magic.
Because I've been
comes in.
thinking about that.
That's where the wizard comes in.
Great question. So I would say a majority of my blends, kind of the outliers would be 3 and 40. I would say a majority of my blends might have between about 5 and 9 oils. And so there are a few different techniques. One technique, if I'm really focused on making a perfume and I want it to have a layer of complexity, one technique would be to create a few different parts of the perfume in separate bottles, combining different plants. Let's say for the base, the mid, and the high notes, the top notes. I can make 3 different concoctions and then I can blend them together in a certain ratio. So that would be one technique in style. Wildfly and our Super Chakra blend are 2 examples of that strategy. Lots of times, if it's between about 3 and 9 or 3 to 12 oils, at this point, I'm using my intuition, and I'll just tune into where I wanted to take the blend, the direction I want to go, and I'll line up the oils, and I'll determine their order, and determine how much I want to put in of each. And sometimes I'll shift and change things according to the aroma quality that I'll get after adding each oil. And so oftentimes, every little part of the alchemy contributes greatly to the overall whole. And so many times, if you don't like the way or if you don't like the expression and the direction a blend is going, I don't want to take it there. So one strategy that I'll use is I'll take the oil or the bottle that I'm blending in, and I'll smell it with the next oil that I'm intending to blend with,
Right.
and I'll see if they're resonant with each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll go a different pathway if it's not agreeing.
Wow.
Interesting.
And
Fascinating.
so when you're putting them together, do you have a lab, and what does that process look like?
We do have a lab in Ashland, Oregon. It's currently being transferred to another location. It's been at my home. I mean, we have a pretty large home here in Ashland, Oregon, and we're in the process of moving on to property and also into a brand new commercial facility in Ashland.
Congratulations.
And so, thank you so much. And so, the process is sitting at my table and grabbing all the individual bottles of oil that I want to blend and create with, and using graduated pipettes in order to measure drops. I used to do by volume, but now I do by weight because it's more precise in terms of scaling. And so, it's just lining them all up and asking their permission to do a dance together, and listening to my intuition and guidance. And so it's really a fun artistic process where I'm utilizing both intuition, creativity, and also really listening to my heart and enjoying the process.
Yeah, that really is an art.
Wow.
You're definitely an oil artist.
Thank you.
I'm feeling very warm.
I feel
I'm
very chill.
so
I feel very
warm.
chill right now. Yeah.
I feel,
Warm?
yeah,
Like a blanket is
warm.
on me.
Yeah, I feel warm and I
Really
feel very,
warm.
very chill. Like
Yeah.
I want to take a nap.
But I'm not tired.
No.
It's more just like, it's different than last week. Last week I was sinking. This week it feels like I want to lounge.
Yeah.
Lounge, yeah.
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 Kick back.
Great descriptions. Yeah, I'm feeling all of that. There's not a level of fatigue, but there's a level of looseness and relaxation
Yeah.
where I just feel really, my body feels really open and expansive.
Yeah.
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 These
So,
are-
so which one would you say is accounting for the most of that relaxation? I know that we put a lot of combinations in there, but I'm just curious because I'm thinking right now as an athlete in combining all of these, I wouldn't want to perform now.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Ease-Olution. Ease-Olution would be the largest contributor of that relaxation.
Okay.
I notice less of that quality from Pain Relief Ice, but maybe the two of them together deepen that level of relaxation as well.
So
Yeah,
those ones are more for after.
I feel like I feel like I have no issues. I could go out and move, but I just also feel like I want to chill and watch somebody else move.
Well, move slowly. I could move like this, like slow and methodical, but I'm talking about sprinting. Like if I was to sprint right now, after doing Ease-Olution, I wouldn't do that. I would do it after. I would do it after the game. Yeah.
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 I also think PRI is great after workout or performance as well.
Yeah, I feel that. And so,
Do you guys have the Turmeric Power?
We don't.
No.
No, I was looking
Okay.
for it.
It's not in a 1 ounce bottle.
No, we have orgasmic, cosmic orgasm and the,
And the super immune.
Super immune.
Yeah, those are the only bottle tincture.
oh, wait, we have a.
No, that's less. Yeah.
Well, tell you what, I'll enjoy some Turmeric Power for all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, do it.
So Turmeric Power, I love what you were just sharing, Jason, about the CBD tincture and kind of the euphoria. So the Turmeric Power, what I get from this is body relaxation, maybe a little bit of warmness, and I also get a clarity of thought. And our Turmeric Power is CO2 extracted black pepper and CO2 extracted turmeric. And you can look at and see the pretty gold color there.
Right.
Wow.
Pretty, really pretty. That's
So I'll usually hold this one for about 20 to 30 seconds.
Mhm.
And I'll go ahead and swallow it so you can understand me a little bit better.
Does it,
So
does it taste like turmeric?
It tastes like spicy turmeric.
Oh,
Yeah, a combination of the black pepper and the turmeric.
Oh.
So this formulation was inspired because the piperine was found to greatly increase the bioavailability of some of the curcuminoids in the turmeric. And what I've noticed is black pepper is really a potentiator of many things. It really seems to enhance the potency of formulas by just adding a little bit. And so the Turmeric Power was inspired by this scientific research that showed the enhanced absorption of certain curcuminoids utilizing the piperine. And so I just took the whole plant extracts of both the turmeric and the black pepper, and I find a looseness in my physical body, a little bit of a warming sensation, a clarity of mind. And so this one is really synergistic, especially with the Ease-Olution and the PRI, which we've already played with.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to trying that one.
Yeah, we'll send it out with your next shipment.
Yeah, with that vape. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
We went into
Yeah.
I went into just a head shop. I was trying to get a little bit better, so using it in like a THC concentrate. I went in there. I said just something glass and all that. And he brings it out, and I'm like, dude, that's a meth pipe. And he goes, well, you know, people use it for a lot of things. And I'm like, I'm here picking up a meth pipe. I take it out and I'm walking out the door with it, and I'm thinking, this is hilarious. So anyways, so we actually, because it's just pure glass, so we're actually making some oils in there. It was pretty cool. So we can't wait to get the proper one that you guys
vessel for the oil.
Yeah. All right. So I think we've got some questions from the audience. I just want to see.
Okay, great.
The recording will be available, guys. We are going to be posting all of the essential oils series on our YouTube channel, Human Garage YouTube. If you want, you can go to the link in our bio and head to the essential oils series. You can find all the content, all the oils that we're using, and you can also purchase them for yourself if you don't have them at home already. Let's see, what else have we got?
And if you purchase them, you go through the link in the bio, you go, it'll link with our code, but code is Human Garage.
Yeah, so if you guys are tuning in on TikTok, feel free to, we'll open up some questions right now for Dr. Nick. We just did an essential oil series on pain and inflammation, as well as some detox, but we've got lots of oils here for chakra activation, emotional wellness. We've got some for women's health. So we've got lots here. Now's a good time to ask those questions, and we'll get Dr. Nick to share some of his,
with all of his
knowledge.
wizarding wisdom.
Yeah. Let's see.
It is amazing. Definitely a sommelier of oils.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're fabulous.
Yeah, so I see some comments about blood pressure. How would the oils that we use today contribute to that? Would it be helpful?
Lavender and ylang ylang are two that I know have been shown to reduce blood pressure. Let me see if I think it would be neutral to perhaps a small decrease in circulatory flow. Possibly pain relief ice might reduce a little bit of blood pressure, but I'm not seeing any significant change in terms of increase or decrease of blood pressure for a majority of the oils that we've spoken about today.
But it would relax you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so through that indirect mechanism of action, it may increase or it may decrease the blood pressure because the body gets more relaxed. But I wouldn't say there's a direct pharmacological reduction of blood pressure.
Good question.
When people do the actual fascial maneuvers consistently, they have a decrease in blood pressure because it's unlocking the fascial layers from the inside out. So that just and then applying these topically, the two of those together would definitely start to reduce your blood circulation pressure, because the reason why circulation goes up is because there's compression within the layers of fascia, which compress the immediately start to compress the blood vein. So if those layers are completely open, then you're gonna have a decrease in pressure right away.
So we have a question. Is it possible to buy an individual oil blend? I'm interested in this one, pain relief ice for a broken leg.
Absolutely, yeah. And that can be applied over the injured leg. Oftentimes when an injury is really wide open, I'm very cautious with applying oils until there's a nice scab over it. And they could just go to my website, essentialoilwizardry.com. And my suggestion would be for them to make sure to save 10% by using your coupon code HumanGarage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nick. So
I have
one
two
more
questions.
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
TikTok. One of them, because I couldn't answer these myself. One of them was about type 2 diabetes, and that question keeps coming up a lot.
Okay. Probably the oil that I know has been studied the most is associated with cinnamon bark oil.
Mhm.
And so cinnamon bark oil, there's some correlation with helping with blood sugar levels and cinnamon bark. And so I would experiment with Chai Perfect or the pure cinnamon bark oil or our release formulation. And that could be either the oil or the blend. I'm not suggesting that it's going to have I'm not suggesting that it's going to cure any type of disease, but it would be worth experimenting and see how it affects blood sugar levels and if it's supportive in helping to maintain a blood sugar balance.
You know, we can actually say this because we have people that have sent in their feeds. They've sent in pictures of their blood sugar dropping dramatically or after even just 28 days of doing the fascial maneuvers. Because it's reducing fascial tension on the inside. And if that pancreas is not able to move because of compression properly, then you're going to have elevated blood sugar levels. So we've actually had people literally just take pictures of their before and after their meters.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
there's some up in the TikTok channel and there's some on the Instagram as well.
Yeah.
And then two more questions. One is about fibromyalgia, which keeps coming up. And then the other one is about somebody experiencing extreme fatigue from internal radiation. Those are the two.
Ooh, fibromyalgia, I'll give you my first take on it. Dealing with it clinically, first of all, it's not a disease. It's a bunch of symptoms that just basically say that we don't know what it really is. And it has always had two things in my experience, early childhood trauma, especially sexual, but early childhood trauma for certain. And the other part about it is that the people are almost always chronically dehydrated. So, and those are the biggest factors that we've seen over the years. What have you been seeing, and how do you treat with that?
I don't have much clinical experience with fibromyalgia. I would explore looking into our ultrasonic cystis incanis tincture. That might be helpful for some of the kind of helping your body purge of heavy metals and toxins. That would be one suggestion that I would go to. I also think that some of these oils might help with some of the symptoms associated with fibromyalgia, specifically our pain relief ice formulation, our PRI, and or our Ease-Olution. I think those might be kind of the go-tos that I would explore, but I don't think that they're going to address the root of the issue that the person is experiencing, but might be more symptomatic support.
Awesome. Yeah, I can see the pain. I can see the ice one.
Mm-hmm.
Good for that.
Wow, I'm so spaced out now.
I'm actually literally spaced
They're
out.
going-
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, very chill.
Starting to.
I feel like if somebody had a lot of thoughts, like they couldn't get out of their head, that Ease-Olution would be a good one to just yeah.
Yeah, we're still clear and lucid and we can have conversations, but we're a lot calmer. Whereas Moon Cycle was a significant reduction in cognitive function. Like I like using that before it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, because the brain's still functioning, but just the body wants to.
Yeah. And we're pretty calm as it is. So if we add it, it's like a double dose. Yeah. We're pretty sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there any other questions that anyone had?
I think that was.
Those were great ones.
I think that was everything. Oh wait, we got. For a new beginner with these oils, how much do you start with?
Yeah. So for new beginners with the oils, I typically like applying like a thin coat on an area that I'm working with. So if I'm having some tightness in my right bicep, then I would take maybe 2 to 3 drops and rub it around the bicep area. Another way of working with the oils is to apply them onto the bottom of the feet, where they enter into the bloodstream in about 5 to 15 minutes. And you can use a thin coat. So maybe 2 to 5 drops total for both of the bottom of the feet. So for both feet. For our essential oil tinctures, I enjoy using a single drop on the tongue. Oftentimes what I'll do is I will take a drop it on my tongue, roll my tongue, and I'll breathe it into my lungs. And so the reason that is the terpene molecules, the active constituents, they're volatile and they're going to enter into my lungs where they pass through the alveoli into the bloodstream. And so there's an instantaneous absorption into the body where it can take pharmacological active. So the essential oil tinctures, when I'm working with them, I'll use a single drop. And our ultrasonic tinctures, a great majority of them are about 1/4 of a dropper to a dropper full, held under the tongue for 30 seconds to a minute. And or you can put that same amount into a cup of hot water and make a ultrasonic tea essentially.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna do that.
You know,
tea.
I laughed because it said orgasm on it. And so I looked at everything you sent us, what was used the most.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's hilarious. So I think that's a good spot there. Why don't we do a couple things? Let's sync up all together, everybody on stream, and I'd like to sync up with you, Nick, too, because it's always fun to do a fascia maneuver, and then we'll do an outro.
That sounds great. Real quick, Jason, I'm seeing one more question, which will be a very quick one to ask. Which blends would be the best for lots of swelling in ankle and foot because of a broken leg? I think the PRI, Pain Relief Ice, is both best. And also, I would probably add in some helichrysum, just because it's really helpful for speeding the recovery process and reducing inflammation. And I guess as an additional adjunctive, I would consider Turmeric Power as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that one.
All right, let's do it. So if you're sitting down, you can cross your ankles or you can cross one leg over the other. If you're standing, we're going to cross the right foot over. Take your right hand, put it under the left armpit, the left arm over top. Give yourself a nice hug. Turn your head all the way to the left. Turn your body all the way to the right. And we're going to breathe together. So 3 times through the mouth and 3 times through the nose. Okay, so breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose. 2, 3. Unwind.
Ooh, that's a lot of
Wow,
energy.
I feel good.
Appreciate you so much, Nick.
Yeah, thank you, Nick,
No.
for hosting this workshop.
Looking forward to
Dr.
next week. And guys, if you want to sign up for next week, go to the link in the bio. Also, you can see through the workshop, you can see the oils we're going to be working with next week. If you have those around your house, grab them. If you'd like to order oils in advance, please go ahead and order the
It's
oils.
really fun to play with them. with you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Careful how you say that. We might get named. So Nick, next week it's the ceremonial set, the spiritual activation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Could
Next
you give
week
us a little bit of a
special.
rundown of what to expect?
Yeah, so it's going to be some of our more esoteric blends and formulations, things to help clear negative energies around our physical body and in our environment, things to drop us deeper into our focus around meditation, and also things that are generating positive energy in our life. And so these blends and these plants are really supportive for activation, cleansing of energy, dropping into our intuition on a deeper level. And so there's some of my favorite blends that we're going to be playing with. And so we're going to have a great time next week.
Yeah,
Awesome.
We're also
looking forward to
we're also in Pisces season, which is technically it's the spirit, it's the empath, it's the soul. So that'll be an interesting
Very
combination.
appropriate.
Yeah, very appropriate.
I love that.
Yeah. So guys, if you're tuning in on TikTok, we've got our registration, the link in the bio, Essential Oil Series. We're going to be hosting one on spiritual activation and a ceremonial set on Wednesday next week at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so bring your questions. If you want to get the oils, you can bring your own. We've also posted the list there if you want to order some. And we'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Nick.
Appreciate
Thank you.
You're so
everybody.
welcome.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Ellen for being there.
And guys, follow Essential Oil Wizardry on TikTok. You can see their name popping up in the chat there. Give them some love. Let's get them over 1,000 followers so they can come up live on us with us, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Appreciate all of you.
Appreciate you guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.